Okay team, so welcome. So for this video tutorial, I'm pretty much going to take it through exactly how I would teach someone to muscle up in person to get their first rep. When you get a little bit more advanced, there are other techniques that you can apply. But right now, this is just about getting your first rep and starting to get efficient with the movement. So if you've read the guide, the first step is to start directly underneath the bar, take a step back, and then take a half step back. What we want to be doing is looking up at the bar in front of us, not directly above us. This is going to cause a sort of pendulum-like effect whenever you start doing your rep. Because your body weight is behind the bar, it's going to start the swing, which will allow you to hit that arch with a little bit more momentum, generating a little bit more potential energy. From there, what you need to do is jump into a hollow. So if you watch any of my videos on Instagram and on socials, a hollow position is not a pike. What we're trying to do is create this curve between our core and our thighs. And you do this by tucking your hips and squeezing your ribs down. So we're trying to meet the bar with our hands and our body already in this position. So we start behind the bar and we jump into that hollow. The next step then is to hold onto the bar and allow our body to start that swing. So our hips are going to be behind the bar and then gravity is going to start to pull us in front of the bar. What we need to do is hold that hollow position until our hips break the upright of the pull-up bar. Next step is all about timing. So we're going to try to do our best to time it so that we shift into our arch as our hips break the upright of the rig. So this essentially means that we're jumping into our hollow. We're going to hold that hollow for a split second. And then when our hips break the upright, we're shifting into the biggest arch of your life. I'm talking like the biggest arch of your life. You're trying to get as far in front of that bar as you can. A nice way to think about it is the further in front of the bar you get and the deeper into a good arch you get, the more potential energy you're generating and the more power you should be able to generate as a result of that. Next phase, when you're at what's called the peak of your arch, as in your chest is not moving any further forward, you need to do two things. With your lats, you're going to push the bar away and simultaneously you're going to bring your knees to your chest. So you're not just lifting the knees, you're aggressively pulling them to the chest. It needs to be quite fast. What this will do is send you behind the pull-up bar and set you up for that hip pop later on. The final stage is kind of like 2 in 1. Firstly, what you need to do is aggressively open your hips. So you need to be as far behind the bar as you're going. And once you're not moving back anymore, the next step is to aggressively open those hips by kicking out with your hips. It's kind of like kicking a door down. You kick with your hips, not your knee. This aggressive opening of the hips is going to shoot you up, generating what's called a hip pop. For the final stage, when you can spot the bar at eye level, as in you're here and the bar is here, the last thing you got to do is bend the arms and sit up. Kind of like doing an ab mat sit up or a GHD sit up or just a crunch on the floor or something like that. That sit up motion should transfer into your elbows, allowing you to transfer over the bar, and then finish your rep by dipping out of the bar. Hopefully this helped.